I'd like to introduce Natalia Aristimuño Pérez, she's the head of unit for corporate knowledge and decision-making solutions in informatics at the Commission. She's going to talk to us about eTrust. We're glad you can be with us. Thank you.
So, hello everybody. So as it was said, I have been working in the Commission already for almost 16 years, and all the time I have been working in developing and implementing solutions for different different domains. And this action that I will talk about was born, in fact, from an idea of a common need, which was to share information and documents in different contexts. And there was something that was already existing there, and we thought, oh, perhaps we can do something which is much more general, which will be, in fact, a key enabler of interoperability, a buzzword today. I think it's the word that will be used the most today. And so we took this piece of a development that was already done, and we built a building block that can be used in any domain and which will encourage a lot of interoperability because it is not related to any sector or any country itself. So the main objective was to facilitate the exchange of documents, information, it can be structured, unstructured information, between stakeholders. So we started mainly with administrations. So there is a lot of information shared between either at European level or local level or national level. And the idea was to build something which will avoid duplication. And perhaps just an anecdote of this project is that this building block is developed by two different units. So in fact, we push it a little bit even further, the interoperability and reusability, by having two teams together working on this action. So we had to manage interoperability also between teams. But we managed, and as you can see, you will see it is already being successfully used. So the idea is that it is a tool that it is very flexible. It is looking at the basic of what is the transfer of information, and it can be adapted. So we could imagine it's like a lorry or a bus that puts the information from one place to another, but can be adapted. The security can be adapted, so you can add a layer of security if you need higher security, or you can put a bigger lorry if you have a lot of information to share, or a smaller one if that's what you need. So it is a very adaptive building block that can be put in any architecture. So that's also what is interesting of this project, is that you can either use it as it is, so you have a user interface and you have all what is behind to use it and directly share the information, or you can develop further and integrate it with a back office application. So you can use all kinds of combinations of these different services. As we wanted to prove the cross-border, cross-sector utility of this tool, we started with a pilot which covered already two sectors. One was the decision-making, so the idea was to improve the way of exchanging the decisions of the Commission with all the member states and the other European institutions, but also in the same time to use it for the exchange of information in the competition cases that are dealt with the Commission, but where there are many stakeholders outside that have to deal with the information. So that's how we started in 2012 with these two pilots that are running already in production, and these allow us to prove the usage and reusable functionality of this building block. So just to give some numbers, as I said, it's a cross-sector or cross-domain building block. It is used, as I said, in the decision-making. So the Commission is sending the information to all the other European institutions, Council, Parliament, and others. It is also being used for sending to the national parliaments, and in fact, also to the permanent representations. Each of those stakeholders had decided on which was the most appropriate configuration they wanted to use. So some of them, they just wanted to get the information, so they just use the user interface, they have the documents, and then they continue the process. Others that wanted to have a more elaborated integration, they took part of what we built, and they integrated that in their own applications. So this means that the process was much more automated. But it is possible to do in all the ways. There is, for example, the publication office is also using it for all what concerns publication, and this is being used. So, for example, the Council sends to the publication office all the decisions they want to be published there. So you can see it's a different configuration with different stakeholders using the same tool. And on, as I said, competition cases. And there are other domains that are exploring how to put this building block in their new architecture to apply, for example, new regulations that were adopted. Just to give some numbers, so you can see in the decision-making, we are almost at 15,000 documents being shared per year. So just to keep the time short, if you want to have some more information, there is a lot that is available in JoinUp. So it's an open source tool. You can even take it, test it, use it on your own. You can always contact us. We can deliver all the information you need. And if you have any ideas or things that you would like to see improve or given by this tool, you can always also propose through the mailbox that is indicated there. Thank you very much.